And there you have it, guys. The 15th straight win. The most by the Sixers in franchise history. 15 in a row. Just put that into perspective. 121-113 win over the Atlanta Hawks. The 24-58 Atlanta Hawks, mind you. That was grueling. That was tough to watch. But a win's a win. That's all that matters. Ben didn't have his best game, but he still helped us out. It was really his teammates that picked him up tonight. We got 20 out of Marco Bellinelli, 26 out of Ersan. 2 huge games from the former Atlanta Hawks, who came back to bite the Atlanta Hawks in the ass. So thank you for giving the Sixers our much improved bench players. And it was huge tonight for Ersan Ilyasova stepping up, played 31 minutes, because 13 seconds into this game, Dario Saric goes out with a lip injury. Ends up getting stitches in his lip, wouldn't return to the game, also had a cracked tooth. So Ersan stepping up, not only putting in 26 points, had 8 boards, did the nitty-gritty like he usually does, played great defense. Well, I would, good defense, I wouldn't say great, but played good defense, well enough in the absence of the homie. Ben didn't have his best night. The refs were on him mostly. He really couldn't get himself going. Still had 14, 10, and 6. So he gave it his all. He had that nice emphatic block at the end. You could see he was pumped up. He was pissed because we really shouldn't have struggled with a team like this. But we did. It was Atlanta's last game of the season. They gave it their all. So props to them. Sixers were kind of, moonwalking here. Looked a little sluggish. They do have a game tomorrow, so they're going to be playing a back-to-back. So conserve that energy. And we did get the win, of course, 15th in a row. Like I said, 51-30 on the season. We need to get this last win. It's imperative, because then it won't matter what the Knicks do with Cleveland Cavaliers if we come out here and beat the Bucks tomorrow. But huge play from the bench, guys. Simmons didn't have his greatest game, but the bench was able to come out and pick him up. And these two teams are mirror images of each other because they come from the Popovich tree. Brett Brown going up against his old buddy Mike Budenholzer. They both move the ball well. 29-6 for the Sixers, 27 for the Hawks. They both play pretty good defense. Sixers had 10 steals or 7 steals. I think the Hawks had 10 actually, and 8 blocks. So we had our active hands. And even though JoJo hasn't been in here for the past 7 games that we've won without him, we've been crashing the boards, immensely. They've been doing a fantastic job crashing the glass. And Amir Johnson, what can I say more about Amir? Can't hate on him for tonight's game. He played really great tonight. He chipped in, 16 points, 8 boards, I think, 5 assists. So he was pretty good tonight. He put on his offensive shoes and went out there and did some work. You didn't cringe when he got the ball. He played some huge minutes, 25, especially with losing the homie. So our bench wasn't as deep there with the big men. As you know how Brett likes to rotate him sometimes in the 4 or the 5. But huge minutes from Amir. If you can continue to play like this, Amir won't hate on you as much. Let's just hope. Continue this play, Amir, and we'll forget about everything else that's happened throughout the season. Maybe some concern, though, because Richaun Holmes went out in this game. I don't know what happened to him. From what I saw he got his 4th foul, and I don't know if he twisted something, but he didn't come back into the game. And he's our high-energy guy. Guy can block shots, crash the glass, can give you some emphatic dunks, some nice alley-oops from Ben Simmons. And how about Simmons having the gall to go in there and try to throw the ball off the backboard and go up for the jam? A real big F-U to Atlanta to say, you're not worthy of playing this team. So, love the aggressiveness out of Ben, though. Want him to continue this, put the pedal to the metal. And people have asked, do you think the up-tempo will change when JoJo comes back? And I think it is going to, because you can't play that style of play with Joel Embiid. He's too big. And if you did, he'd be worn out within 6 minutes into playing that way. So, when JoJo does come back, it doesn't look like he'll be ready for Game 1. as reports of Brett Brown coming out and saying that he won't be ready for Game 1. That's okay. This team has gelled. They're playing really well together. And Ben Simmons has taken on that leadership role, the superstar, to be able to put this team on his back and lead us to victory. As long as Bellinelli keeps shooting the way he is, and J.J. Redick, player of the game. How could I forget? J.J. chips in 28 points tonight. He's filled that great veteran leadership role, getting the young guys together, getting them all amped up, telling them where to go on the defensive end, being that rah-rah cheerleader off the bench when he's not in there, getting a breather. But 6 of 9 from downtown. Him and Bellinelli have been scorching hot, and I just hope they can stay that way. We're going to, April 14th is the first day of the playoffs. So after tomorrow, we're going to have a couple days off. I continue to just keep doing this stuff in practice. Keep them shots going in, boys, because we're going to need it with JoJo not going to be able to make the first game. And we're still waiting to see who our opponent's going to be. But still, the 3rd seed is 1 win away, guys. 1 win away. So let's just take destiny into our own hands. Forget about what Cleveland's going to do. We're not going to rely on the Knickerbockers back here to give us any favors and beat Cleveland. I don't even want to worry about it. Let's go in, get that win against the Greek Freak in the Bucks tomorrow night. And we'll get that 3rd seed. We'll have 52 wins. Most I've seen in a long time. Probably most ever. I don't think I've ever seen the Sixers with this many wins. So it's been a long, long time, guys. But trust the process. Chance down there in Atlanta got the huge win against this team. It was ugly. We shot 18 from 30 from the free throw line. So this game should have been a little out of hand. It got a little out of hand, but it should have been in hand if we were able to make those free throws. We just shot ourselves in the foot tonight. It looked a lot like what we saw earlier in the season. Fumbly play, not thinking, being sluggish on the defensive end at times, throwing passes, being lackadaisical. I think we had 16 turnovers tonight. So reminiscent of what we saw earlier in the season. Just really, really sloppy basketball from a young team. But that is not us anymore. What has led us to this 15-game, victories is emphatic, great defense, getting up, active hands, crashing the boards, up-tempo offense. But it's been the active hands and being able to play as a team. But Marco Bellinelli, I mean, the guy has been on fire. He's been unbelievable. What a great acquisition. But he throws up some shit. Let's be serious. That one where he just chucked it above and he banked it in. I mean, it's almost like Steph Curry out there where he just chucks it up and you expect it to go in now. But he was 5 of 12 from downtown tonight. So keep it up, Bellinelli. We're going to need them points come playoff time. All right, boys. One more game. Let's go get it tomorrow night. I'll be reporting down there from Wells Fargo. Hopefully my phone don't take a crap and I get good reception. But I also want to do a video about Ben Simmons and Donovan Mitchell. Stay tuned tomorrow, guys. KG on BB. I'm out. Peace.